Yo, 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 what it do, man? We're back like we never left. It's the MK podcast, episode number 58. You know what time it is, man. It's time to get it straight. So, with that being said, it's your boy Maki. I'm finna pass the microphone to Kane, and then we're gonna get this ball rolling, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, man. You know exactly what time it is. He's back here searching on game on the ground for another round. So he's got the panel ready for the next round. Now, with that being said, you already know what time it is.
All right, man. So, I'm gonna start off talking about Mr. Ryan Garcia. So, as a lot of you may have known already, he took a loss to Tank Davis by way of TKO due to a liver shot. Very, very impressive blow landed by Tank, and it was art. Boxing can be a lot more fatiguing to watch, mainly because of the amount of rounds, but at the same time, it is an art. And Ryan Garcia, at the age of 23, dared to be great, and it resulted in a loss, but losing is subjective. He got the experience. That's the greatest of greatest that you're going to get as far as competition when it comes to being at the highest level with everybody there. So, all hats off to Tank and all hats off to Ryan. Now, my issue is the rehydration clause. I don't know why Ryan agreed to that. But the big issue that I have, and Kane probably wants to talk about his own perception of it. But my thing is, these Mexicans out here, man. All of a sudden, he loses, and you guys are saying he's not a real Mexican. He's a white Mexican. He's not tough because he didn't get back up. Any one of you motherfuckers, if you were getting into that ring and Tank hit you with a liver shot, you wouldn't even have opened your eyes again. So it's funny to hear you guys sit here and dick ride him and literally, oh yeah, Ryan Garcia, Ryan Garcia. But as soon as he loses, now you guys try to disown him. You're toxic. You're fucking horrible. And just because a person loses in life doesn't make them any less of who they are. So with that being said, Kane, what's your full analysis on this whole Ryan Garcia situation? Also, Oscar De La Hoya came out and said that he the reason he wasn't there after the fight wasn't because he didn't want to be there, but because the security said that there were death threats. I think that's bullshit. I think that's just him trying to save face. And even Ryan Garcia on his latest Instagram story said this, and I'm about to read this, and then I'll pass it over to you. He said, um, may have looked like I was alone, but see, I have Jesus with me wherever I walk. You can have that as well. If you have felt abandoned before, if people you love disappoint you, Jesus is there. The Holy Spirit will be there to carry you through and provide victory. So, what do you got to say about all of that?
That whole shit, that what's your name said about security saying there's death threats is definitely bullshit. Because if there were death threats, bro, Ryan wouldn't have been there either. Nobody on his team would have been there. So that's just him trying to cap just to save his own ass, which we all know is false anyway. So he can take that shit and shove it up his ass. Uh, Second of all, it just goes to show you, bro, that most of the time it be your own people that hate on you, bro. That's why Charleston said that he looked for his kind, not his people. He looked for his kind, people who think the same way, people who act the same way, all types of shit, bro. And it could be uh somebody from a whole different fucking I guess ethnicity, you could say, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Uh, just because somebody look the same, don't mean that they're gonna take. Don't mean they're gonna have your back at the end of the day. So it's crazy out there, man. It's crazy how people switch up real fucking quick. And I do think it was bullshit, the whole thing, which I'm gonna talk about later on. But he was speaking facts in that story post. You know, he's not alone. And it's crazy, man. It's just seeing all this shit is like, damn, bro, they really pulled some fuck shit. But I mean, that's what happens whenever you have snakes in your circle, whether you see them or not. That's what happens, man. The snake always gonna slither his way out, no matter what.
I think that loss is going to set Ryan up to be a champion. He's going up to 140 because that's relatively close to his normal weight. So I think that he's going to be a champion in that division. And all you Mexican fighters that are talking shit about him, you're going to eat your words, but don't jump back on his dick whenever he's winning, okay? Whatever side you're on, stay on that fucking side. So with that being said, Kane, you have anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna flip the script and we're gonna talk about Mr. Tank Davy over here, man. Uh, I don't get how somebody could fucking sit here and set up all these different things, uh, and sit around and call yourself a champion. Whenever you sit here and say that, oh, but you can't rehydrate. You can't eat breakfast the morning of the fight. We got to weigh in at this time in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I got a mole over there in your team leaking information to me. Like, how the fuck do you sit here and call yourself a champion knowing damn well that you got all this bullshit going on? Knowing damn well that you're gonna have the biggest fucking advantage, and knowing damn well that it ain't a fair fight. That shit, and I still stand on this shit, bro. This should be an illegitimate fight, and this should be an illegitimate win, and there should be a rematch with no bullshit in between, bro. It straight up, because that was a bullshit fight, you know. Now, at the end of the day, Ryan did sign that shit. He even said that he probably shouldn't have signed it, but I think at one point his ego got the best of him. His ego got the best of him, and he decided, "Fucking man, I can do this shit." And he ended up not being able to. Partially because I think the injury that he had previously, I don't know if it was in his training or if it was in another fight, but also because of the bullshit that he had to adhere to in the fight because of the fucking rules that he came up with. You got Tank over here. I don't remember if I seen him. Was Tank rehydrating too? Or was he not? I don't remember if he was or not.
I don't have enough knowledge on that. I think it was specifically a stipulation on Ryan's.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. And that's where you gotta there's no sportsmanship in that, bro. So, yeah, in my eyes, in my opinion, Tank is a bitch. He's a pussy. He can't fight a fair fight without the fear of losing. And yeah, but you can just see the look on his face. Uh, he's a bitch, bro, and he don't. That's all it is. At the end of the day, what do you think about his sportsmanship, and what do you think that says about his character outside of boxing?
I think it shows that he was scared, and that's why he even admitted that Ryan was his toughest opponent. I don't know if that was just a uh, lackadaisical statement in the moment, but with the amount of stipulations that he had, you could tell that he had some fear. And if you truly were the greatest, if you're truly a champion, why would you need to make your contender basically, um, you know, drain himself of all energy? And who goes into a fight without a rehydration card? Who goes into any fucking sport without hydrating? It just doesn't make sense. There's so many things that make you wonder, and then you hear about a mole being in Ryan's camp snitching. It just seems like Tank, bro. He was scared, bro. Because if he wasn't scared, he wouldn't have needed to resort to these extremities to have a chance at winning. It just goes to show you that, man, Tank, he ain't so much of a tank. Yeah, nah, homie. He a drone. He ain't a tank. He a fucking drone. He fly around, spy on his opponents. He ain't coming with the bombs. He's coming with the camera so he can record and get a game plan because he ain't the same man if he don't have that information.
That's 100% facts, bro. And it's just like, damn, bro, this is what boxing has come to. A bunch of fucking cheaters trying to cheat their way to the top. Back in the day, you know, when Mike Tyson was fighting, Muhammad Ali was fighting, but there wasn't no type of cheating. Uh, as far as I know, people who tried to cheat back then were putting like fucking penny rolls in their gloves and shit. They weren't doing all this sneaky, slimy bullshit with fight contracts and shit, bro. And it's just like, damn, dude, nothing is legit anymore, and it's a shame. But that's the world we live in. Everything is fake. Everything is um, not real, and sadly it's bleeding into our sports. Thankfully, it hasn't happened in the UFC yet, but it definitely did in boxing.
Yeah, it's insane, bro. And what did you think of Conor McGregor giving Ryan that speech after? What did you think of that?
I thought it was cool to see. I don't remember much of what he said. I don't know. I don't remember if I could even hear what he was saying. But
Here, I'll play the footage real quick.
but
Fair use, fair use. Can you see it?
Yeah.
You see?
Fair use.
He's 1-0 on you. These are the two biggest names in the division. I want to see it again. I want to see it again now, and I want to see it with no dehydration problems. Seriously, because you know what I mean? You were classy too. You tried to take him with the lead hook. Mate, all the respect in the world to you. You're the future. The future is staying. And I'm watching you all the way. I wish you all the best.
Yeah, now I remember now. Yeah, I agree with him. I want to see a rematch, and I want to see a fair fucking rematch, bro. No bullshit, nothing between the lines, no super tiny fine print where you can barely read it type shit. Cause it be some people be sneaking shit in like that, like, oh, well, you did this and this is against the rules, and they pull up a fucking magnifying glass and you see that shit printed on there, and you signed it without even knowing it, so now you disqualified from the fight. I don't want to see none of that shit, but I want to see 100% pound for pound, no bullshit, no holds barred type shit, and just go at it, see who gets knocked out first. Because I guarantee you, bro, Tank not gonna last. Not with that speed that Ryan has. Not with that speed that he got. That boy too damn quick. That's why he didn't want him rehydrating. That's why he didn't want him to eat nothing the morning of the fight. That's why he didn't want him doing none of that shit, because he knows how fucking fast he got lightning hands, bro. And he was scared of that shit because he knows it. In comparison to Ryan, he's slower at punching and shit.
Yeah. And I've got one more thing I want to show you and get your quick opinion on because I found it funny. Then we're going to go ahead and conclude this episode. It feels good to be back, man. It feels good to be back. All right. So the top G put this on Twitter. You know, they took all his Bugattis. So guess what this motherfucker did?
They took all my cars. Decal took all my cars, so I bought 10 Bugattis. Look. The logo. Haha. Decal. See you at the next house raid. And now I'm the fastest man in the world.
What the hell?
Tristan, I bought 10 Bugattis. Get on one. Let's race. I'm now the fastest man. How long until Decal raid us and take our Bugattis?
Dude, he looks fresh with that haircut. I'm not going to lie. But what do you think?
Yeah, for real. That shit low key looks fun.
He had two Bugatti scooters.
Bugatti scooters. That's crazy, man. They need to give him all his shit back. You know, it's obvious that he's innocent.
He's
I
bored.
know I'd be bored as hell too, fucking sitting in house arrest. Shit. But no, they need to give him all his shit back because obviously he's innocent, bro. And it's just like y'all just playing with him at this point. Like, come on, now, just give him his shit back. It's crazy, man. The amount of power that certain people have whenever they don't like you is just insane.
Yeah. Also, check this tweet out. Any Twitter account I see mocking Ryan Garcia is getting blocked. Unless you've been in the ring yourself, you are not qualified to say a word. Always a coward who has so much to say from outside the gladiator pit. The worst types of people.
That's 100% fact in my opinion. I mean, yeah, you hit that shit on the nail, bro. I've been in the ring like one time before, and that's it. The only time I get in the ring again is if it's kickboxing or if it's fucking.
You said he wanted to fight Tank too.
Hell yeah. Let me fight. Give me like 6 months of training and 100K up front, bro. And I'll fight that for we can set this shit up, bro. And but it's kickboxing or it's the octagon. No boxing bullshit. Because you ain't gonna cheat on me, fool. It's gonna be 1-on-1. So with that being said, yeah. I'm gonna get a lawyer to write a contract up, and he gonna sign that shit. And if he don't sign it, well, I'm gonna make him forfeit that belt because that belt ain't he ain't on that shit. Yeah, no, he ain't on that shit. So with that being said, come fight me, Tank.
With that being said, man, we're gonna conclude this episode. It's great to be back, bitch. So yeah, it's your boy Maki. What you gotta say, Kane?
Shit, make sure you share with your friends, your families, your homies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. With that being said, I just made a new Twitter account. Go follow. It's Prince MF Kane, motherfucking Kane over there. So with that being said, yeah, man, deuces. Fuck Tank.
Peace.